I'll be the roundabout. The world will make you out and about. I spend the day away. We open this scene almost in mid-chant of one, what looks like to be a young man and making a very daredevil tightrope walk across the Manhattan wire steel bars as he's making this sort of slow, methodical chain. And Owls come out of the sky and they stand there. Oof. Oh, drifting along the cloud. The eagle screeching down on the land and catching those swirling wind. The sailors see the rim and the eels do Anson we his greatest suffer ouch. I'm gonna hold that thought for a moment. And look more, take a step back from this character as sort of scene pans out onto the bridged ladder as it seems to be this is the Manhattan Bridge, kicking Manhattan with Longstaff, not Long Island. No, I think it's Long Island, right? Well, some Brooklyn and route. I'm pretty sure. The more informed people will probably tell you later. As we see that what appears to be boxes of lightning, as he described them, boxes of lightning seem to be tied about to the wire, in fact, seems to be spurting in some type of weird vibrating residue. As he seems to have done this to quite a bit of the length of the wire. Here, as he's just doing his stupid typewriting act. And I think I'll sort of lend this scene over to one Cinnamon O'Hare, as she is currently investigating the scene.
Yeah, Senna leaves the border of the Sept, not the Sept itself, after this rather strange meetup with Sam, Olaf, and Snow, who she had met before this only once, but he's a rather intriguing fellow. And her curiosity was roused by the fact that apparently Snow had to stay in the Sept, while he obviously didn't want to. But no one was willing to tell her why. Well, if no one was willing to fucking tell her why, to at least let her know what's going on, then sure, she would find out herself. So she heard mention of this bridge, Manhattan Bridge, and that was the place where she could find Mr. Snow. He mentioned that. So if Travis was unable to get there because, of course, he'd be way too busy, especially for dealing with a annoying little kinfolk. And if the others can't tell without Travis agreeing to it, then maybe the other side of this discussion would be willing to share some information. And she'll make her way over to the bridge, looking around, just scanning to see if she recognizes him.
Okay. So, this is some of the things you kind of notice. You're driving on by, and there is a certain maintenance access that they typically don't tell people all about and typically shoo them away from. The address that was given is specifically that address. And there seems to be a familiar vehicle there. They're not quite sure about.
Well, a place where normally you wouldn't go. Sounds like exactly the right place to go.
And investigative journalist Cinnamon O'Hare is on the case.
Yeah. So that's totally a smart idea. She'll she kind of checks out her backpack and gets out the late 80s, early 90s tape recorder that she always carries around next to her tablet and laptop and camera. photo camera, and she'll make sure that there's a tape in that is actually not been taped, like a new fresh tape, or an old one that she wants to. Actually, no, it's an old one. She's taping it over. She doesn't need it anymore. Like,
Is
who
this
needs
one sentimental reasons to it?
No, it's a interview about the sewers in Glasgow in comparison to those in Edinburgh and the mysteries and riddles that lie behind them. There you have it.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. As you come approaching this area, for the sake of bravery in the scene, you're able to park somewhere where you're not immediately in the throw of traffic. Maybe you're inside some service lane. And actually, Shelby, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay, okay. You remember the brave chick, right?
Yep.
So how dedicated is she to the Snow character?
Well, when the roles were made, it was determined she's in love with him, so.
Okay, okay. So if so Snow told her that he was about to do tight roping with car batteries. What would you do? What would that character do?
Well, that sounds ridiculously dangerous. Even for a werewolf, she'd have to go find out what was going on.
Okay, fair enough. So let's say that you're currently inside the Mr. Machine, and you are able to talk with and interact with the person that is receiving this ordeal. And while you're in the car, one particularly fascinating song comes up, almost if it was timed, like there's a chant involved. Well, it's like you almost feel that, not within anything in particular, but within your genetic breeding, like something that your father or your mother may be giving you, this soft chanting. I'll be the roundabout. I let the children ring and ding, and stuff like that. It's a very primal but very modern heartbeat right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I put it over to you two.
Sorry, I missed something. Wow.
Simon, you come upon the mystery machine, which seems to have a woman inside of it, with a very anxious, but with a very anxious look on her face.
Okay. But it doesn't look in any way, shape, or form related to the address that I'm going towards, right? Like the maintenance.
No, that mystery machine is inside the address.
Oh, it's inside. Okay. Oh, that's changing. She'll kind of knock on the window. Wave.
She'll look up, roll down the window. Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Not much. Just waiting around for my boyfriend.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi. I'm not waiting around for my boyfriend. I don't think I would find him here. No, I'm looking for someone.
Oh, I've been sitting here for a while. Who are you looking for?
Did you happen to see a description of Snow, including what he's wearing today? Like, have you seen someone kind of like looking like that walking around here?
She gives Cinna a very weird look, sort of furrows her eyebrows. You mean Tom?
Tom. Yeah, Tom. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Used to think about him with just his last name. He's kind of weird, actually. Oh. Yeah, why? You know him. You see him. Did you see him?
Yeah, he went through here. She's going to get out of the mystery machine. Tom, where the fuck are you?
But last time you saw Tom, he was climbing up a ladder to the top of the support beam. And something you may not notice, but I know because I've seen a movie called Wolfen, because it's an awesome movie and I encourage everyone to watch it. Wolfen. Google it later. It had there are maintenance workers that have these sort of tow lines that will be able to connect you to some guiding wire on top of the wire, and you sort of do this action where you sort of balance. Tom did not go up with one that you know of.
Right. She's going to lead Senna over, sort of relay this information. Like, yeah, he's been gone for a while. Climbed up there, like maybe checks her phone. 15, 20 minutes ago. He took a bunch of batteries with him.
Okay, again with the fucking batteries. Jeez. I'm really starting to get. Yeah. Well, one thing at a time. Did he seem upset or something like that?
He's been acting a little weird lately, but I don't think he was upset.
Okay. Well, doesn't I really hate out of character. I really hate that overconfidence flaw right now. But it doesn't look that particularly hard actually to climb up there. Right? I mean, sure, I'm not really trained, but I can do that. Right? Yeah.
She just
Here's a
kind of
safety,
shrugs.
here's a safety booklet. It's on the wall saying, always be sure that your harnesses are strapped around your legs and waist. To make sure your guiding lining is always intact. Otherwise, you'll fall. Falling is bad. We'll get sued if you fall. Don't fall.
Okay, get me one of those, like, harnesses. I've done this before. Once.
Okay. She looks around. Does Sherbert see anything?
You see what looks like to be some lockers, some office desks, but you definitely see what looks like to be parachute harnesses. You know, like the ones that go around your leg, or something that looks vaguely like climbing gear.
Oh, here they are. She will go over and swipe one.
Yeah, I recognize something like that. I think I climbed one of those special halls, like those, where you have like the pins with the multicolors, and you have to grab them. And there was an instructor and a mattress, but hey, I didn't fall back then, so I'm pretty damn sure I won't fall right now if the harness is strapped on tightly. Yeah, can totally do this. So you know how to hook me in?
Rolling some technology dice. Oh yeah, this is Cakewalk. She'll hook Cinna in, it'll only take a few minutes. Fuck yeah, Glasswalker kinfolk.
Yay!
It should be secure.
Thank you. She'll before she starts climbing, she'll take off the backpack, of course, lower it down. But she does take the tape recorder out, and she'll put it away in her clothing so that she does have easy access to it, but it's not in the way of her climbing. So basically, like, she places it on her or in her clothing, like in her belt, in front of her with her belly and everything. And she'll look at the girls like, hey, totally awesome. Thank you for helping me.
Hey, no problem. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really interested by what... never mind. Yeah, I'll see you later. And she starts climbing.
Peace sign.
Okay. Sasuke, as you climb, I'm going to give this one to you for free. Climbing up to the top is pretty simple. You're protected by the building structure. You've got the ladder. It's not that hard. All right. Once you get up there, you find yourself you find yourself in a rather higher atmosphere than what you typically started with. It seems to be a little bit chilly up here. Maybe that's because you're so far away from, or at least a little bit farther away from the city, its heat, and maybe you're over the water, or maybe it's just because it's becoming more and more like winter time. I mean, but there is a slightly chillier bite in this place.
She'll hold on tight. That's basically the first and foremost thought that she has on her mind. It's like, make sure you don't drop. Make sure you don't drop. Hold on tight. Okay, you're there. Ooh, this is pretty high. It's pretty damn awesome, actually. Oh my god. Why did I leave my camera downstairs? Damn. Oh, cell phone. At least I can take a selfie from me sitting up here. Yeah, that won't get me into trouble.
Okay. You take the obligatory selfie because click. And you also you go back to your back and you see this little wire on the hand of the bracelet. You just sort of slap that onto another wire, and you're sort of between two wires and on top of another wire. And actually, both people that are there give me perception plus alertness. The one people on the ground will be a difficulty 9. The people on top are a difficulty 5.
Rainbow Sherbert sees all.
Wow.
Asuna says sees enough.
Okay. With 3 successes, you see what looks like to be what appears to be a man, and actually walking the wires. Here's with not but a lick of clothing, besides maybe a shirt or a pair of jeans, and in bare feet, putting his toes and sole onto the very hard wire. Whereas what seems to be his hands are outstretched. He seems to be chanting something. Those there on the ground, you see another figure. You see the figure, not as clearly, but you do hear a soft little noise, although you can't make out what it is.
So it's kind of, it's weird. And she'll grab the tape recorder. Still make sure that it's safe and that she can still move, and especially use her hands freely. She'll press the record button, and she'll also take some pictures with her cell phone, of course, because, wow. Of course, now as a photographer, you forget to take your camera up. Stupid. Really stupid. And she'll start to get closer.
Okay. So as you start getting closer and closer, you hear the chatting, but then suddenly it changes into a different kind of chat, almost like he has jumped a track or a line. As you start hearing, almost faintly at first. Thunder, 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 thunder. I was caught in the middle of a railroad track. I looked around, and I knew there was no turning back. My mind raced, and I thought what I could do, and I knew there was no hope from you. Sound of the drum, dun, dun, beats in my heart. The thunder of guns tore me apart. You've been thunderstruck. And almost as if cue, the weather around you, the pattern around it, where it looked like to be maybe an okay day, maybe just a little bit cloudy, more clouds just sort of bunch in, and you just feel the energy in the air as the little hairs on your arms or feet or whatever, or the back of your neck, just start standing on end, almost as if in anticipation of a static charge.
Instead of make a judgment call on what the probability is of lightning.
Go ahead. Do me wits plus survival.
I have that.
Great, fantastic. Give it to you a difficulty 7.
Oh, damn it, Hangouts. Come on, where's my mouse? There. There is no. It's like, no, I must be missing the signs here. There's no possibility of any kind of change in the weather. It's very sunny, and besides, what would, even if it would be thundering, even if there would be lightning, the possibilities that it would hit this particular bridge, impossible. There's the Empire State Building. There are tons of other buildings around them that are way higher that would serve as distractors so much more easily. Like, duh.
Like, duh. Yeah, totally. You got this. This place is totally safe. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you here.
Exactly. And she'll move in closer to the figure. Hey, you. Hello.
Whoa, 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 thunder. Whoa, 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 thunder. Whoa, whoa, whoa. As the man turns back to look at you. Cinnabon?
Hi. Just call me Cinna. It's easier.
I like Cinnabon. You can eat Cinnabons.
Well, I'm not really edible.
Like, well, to some people you are.
Well, I guess. There's always idiots.
What are you doing up here?
I was looking for you, and hey, you got quite an awesome spot for yourself. Like, you could so totally make, like, a nice, like when the sun comes up over the river and looking out over the city. It's like, there's some amazing views here. See how small the cars and the boats are?
Things that could have been, things that should have been. And I'm moving like really, really soon, so yeah, sorry about that. We can't really do as much as we thought we could. Whoa!
Oh, you kind of forgot your safety gear?
He's like, no, don't worry, I don't need it where I'm going. It would only be another thing I have to keep track of.
Okay, dude, where are you going? And what was going on, like, just now? I mean, seriously, if Travis is giving you shit, if you want to, I can talk to him.
It's like, no. The tragedies of my pack are none of his concern. Why he takes such a perverse interest into it, I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know exactly the full tale of things. I've been hearing some texts and weird stuff like that, but well,
really?
Yeah, some warnings that I should not try to find Alan. Like, have you heard of him lately? I'm kind of worried for him.
Well, to explain that issue, where Alan has traveled, you do not want to go. Where I am traveling is slightly less horrible.
Where are you going? Like, dude. Like, come on, come here, give me your hand.
He's like, sort of like walk over that way, a little less frou-frou. I don't think I'm right for this set.
Well, I've had my share of troubles. It's like, duh, they kind of, as soon as you try to make some sense, then they start shouting all kind of stuff, you know? And sometimes they listen, but it's like small chance. So, but there's no need to just leave, you know? That's kind of like admitting defeat. I'm not gonna.
Well, let me put it this way. It sort of backs up a bit. Damn, if Ellen was here, he'd just say it out there smooth as a whistle. I don't have that tongue. I have something of that tongue. I like to read. Did you know I actually learned how to read before I learned how to walk?
That's cool.
Let's see. Where am I going with this? See.
Well, go a little bit more this way so we can at least make sure that you're not gonna, you know, crash off while we have this conversation, because that would be kind of awkward.
Oh, if I was going to follow, I would do it intentionally.
What? Are you crazy? Like, don't answer that question.
Fair enough. Okay, story time. Where to start? How much time do you think we got here?
I don't know. I don't know much about weather, and it looks pretty damn good, so I guess a couple of hours or so?
Sure, we can talk then. Let's see. I woke up one morning, and I decided that asshole needed to die, so I killed him.
What,
that was
who?
in Siberia. That was in Siberia, in one very, very old mining shaft. After that, I decided it'd probably be time to move. After I moved, I just sort of moved around for a while, and I realized, hey, I've got 2 legs. They say the nuns at the nunnery said that I was pretty smart for my age. I didn't really know what they meant, but I just assumed they were very, well, supportive. That's what they do. And then there was that whole pageantry of me presenting myself up to everyone and then saying, "Oh my God, what a lovely little wolf, good boy." Well, it's like, have you ever actually been to a big ball before?
A big what?
And a ball, a royal ball, a royal shindig.
Well, I've never really been presented to Her Majesty, if that's what you're talking about. My family wasn't that high up in the, but we had our parties. I usually found them horribly dull and boring, and typically English.
You should see the Russian Burger, as they have some different parties, or some of the Russian mafioso, if that's more to your liking. But they wanted to know I was able to interact with people, and I proved them very, very much right. Let's see. And afterwards, I just sort of traveled very much, and I sort of realized that there would be this situation. Oh, it'd always be there in Russia, in Stalingrad and Motherland. I could either be the poodle on the pedestal or the big wolf in the darkness. I didn't really like either of those propositions, so I left. I came to Alaska first. They said they didn't need me. They said the oil business was too big. Like, they shouldn't me downwards. And then I went down south, where it was much, much warmer, and my fur was much, much too hot, and I did not like it too much. But there I did meet a few bosom buddies, and I presented them with, well, Merlin, the wonderful bird of prey that he is. always helping the underdogs. And I found a lot of underdogs when I was growing.
Underdogs?
You know, people that felt like they were out on the outs, that people that felt like that the situations were bigger than themselves, like they couldn't really, like they always
How
felt down, I should say.
how can a situation be bigger than oneself?
Like, oh, it can get that way pretty quickly if you dig yourself a big enough hole. That's where I actually found that's where I actually found him. He would just he's kind of just going dark there for a few few days at a time, few moments at a time, few clicks at a time, few seconds at a time.
Him.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
And then I looked at him, I smelled him, and I realized that if he could be, if he could be just, if he could just find a place, he'd be an excellent guy, excellent person to, to work with. And he proved himself excellently. He did fantastically. He was a very logistically minded individual, all that could do the things you needed in a day-to-day struggle.
Is this one of the persons we both know?
Maybe. And so we came to a sort of an understanding. I'd be more of the spirit of us, and he would be more of the day-to-day of us. And through happenstance, we realized that neither one of us could really stay down south for very long. The sun was getting to be a problem for me, and too many dark memories for him to really comprehend. So we decided to go a little bit north.
Okay.
When we found ourselves in one of the biggest Weaver strongholds this side of Atlantic, and we took upon ourselves, and we said, yes, this is what we're going to be. This is where we will choose to die. Because you have to remember, memento mori, you always must die.
Well, does that always have to be a final death? I mean, death brings new beginnings. You could have your life's death. You can have deaths of other kinds. There are many deaths. Many ways to die.
You are very wise for your age, and I appreciate that.
I struck a deal with someone, and I'm trying to learn.
To explain things more, there's too big of a situation here for me to properly explain. I mean, when our pack saw its final destruction, I saw a chance for me to, well, be reborn again, as it were. And you are right. Death can bring new beginnings. And there is certainly a need for a deconstruction in this place, in all facilities and structures, so that something more can be reborn. Destruction is not inherently evil.
Not if it creates a way for new life to begin. As I am led to believe, there is new life, then that life feeds off of dead life, but then there still has to be dead life. There are several ways of destruction.
I ask upon you, look upon this world, look upon this city. Hitty, do you feel it in the air tonight? It is getting colder. It is getting more middy. Hitty, soon there will come a death of the landscape, but it shall be reborn again. Is that good?
I guess it depends. I mean, I had a conversation with a Ratzellan. I agreed with him that there are too many humans right now. I do not agree to him with him that means that we should just slaughter all of them. I think that whatever you're killing has to be. If you're literally killing something off just to make it useful for the bigger part of the environment, you have to know what you're taking down, and you have to know the risks involved, and have to calculate and minimize all the risks. And oh my god, that would be so fucking boring.
I tell you, I once watched a documentary, a realistic fiction story, as I said, where one day humanity just quit being a thing. And you know what happened there?
No.
The land, the forests. They took back the area, the animals, they came back into the area. And then I just look at that, and I took a step back, and I realized that that is happening all of the time here. It's not the Weaver encroaching upon the wild lands. It's the Weaver fortifying himself against the wild's constant assaults, and the worm's constant assaults.
I don't think I know enough about your background, your myths, your history, to fully understand what you're trying to say right now.
Perhaps a better. This bridge you're on.
And then you froze.
No, sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Sorry. This bridge you're on.
Yeah.
This bridge will fall one day. One day the wires will simply just erode. One day the stress will become too much. One day the tension in all of its various little joints will just give out, and these wires will just spin and coddle like so many bits of twine and wire. This bridge will suddenly become unsupported, and then suddenly it will fall down into the river. Isn't it natural?
Well, it depends. And one could argue that it's not natural to begin with, since the bridge did not form itself out of nature. It was formed via technology and by help of humans, and if they don't keep
maintained
up then indeed you're right. But if they do, then at some point it might actually be torn down, but not by accident.
Exactly. Is the Weaver trying to maintain himself or herself or whatever the fuck it wants to call itself? There's no insanity in this. It is simply self-preservation. People can understand that for themselves. But he points down to the Manhattan, Wall Street area. Those skyscrapers, how long do you think they've been there before?
75, 70 years?
And before that, what was on it?
It depends on how far back you go. How far do you want to bring this?
Keep going back. What was on it after the last building? And then after that building? And then after that building?
Well, more buildings, I guess, although they would change in appearance.
Yes, but how did this skyscraper build here when there was already a building there to start with?
I guess it has to do with a certain thought that you're having about continuing this circle of life and
Things must die so that new things can take its place and grow bigger and better. It is a sinusoidal but he says it in sort of a weird way. He says sinusoidal representation, always trying to get better.
So Are you trying to say that we need to go big or go home, in a way?
I'm saying that I do not agree with the leadership here.
Okay.
I've seen inefficiency, I've seen bluntness, I've seen too many problems for me to solve efficiently. Well, at least not without a bit of added cruelty to the mix.
Why the cruelty?
Are you in the same camp that believes that maybe death is not the ultimate, is not cruel?
Death doesn't have to be cruel. I've seen people welcoming death. Someone who's very sick, who's been having so much pain, dying, but not death. Not dead yet. Who want things to be over. People who've lost all their loved ones. Who are done with the world. People without hope. I mean, what's stopping death?
So you can see how that man from Texas would feel.
Yeah. I don't know. I can understand it. If he lost hope, then I can understand that, but we can give him back hope as well.
I don't give people hope. That's not me. It's things break down, and I like to watch them break down.
What gives you the pleasure then? Like, why do you like it?
It's fascinating because it's the finality. It's there. It's the one comfort that all things should have. That things will end. That your story, even if it's epic and bright and sunny, and even if it's dark and grim and bitter and dirty, there's some peace there at the end.
You don't know that. Many people, many humans believe in God. They don't think life ends. They think it continues. Look at people who follow Eastern religions. They don't see death as the ending, but as an opening to a new beginning. And some religions even believe that it's on this planet.
Cinna, you smell like cinnamon. Do you want to know why you smell like cinnamon?
Well, sure.
You smell like cinnamon because at some point, for some reason, and you have inherited a little bit of those that have forborne you. So in reality, those that have forborne you don't die, even if their memories and bodies and minds should waste away and fade to nothing. They continue because you are here. That is the rebirth that is necessary. The necessity of new things coming in, of correcting old problems, of not having that old luggage. That is the benefit of death and rebirth. That is the cycle.
But you can experience that cycle within your own body if you want to. You don't need to die.
Overrated. Not for me.
Why is that?
I am simply not designed to do that. I'm a wolf in the big city. I'm a wolf in literally the sheep's clothing. I know hunting, I know oh, taking, I know supplanting, hunting. I have kept the numbers of the rabbits in check for not so many years before I woke up. It was a delightful experience, and I understood it. It was beautifully simple. It was known. It was understood. I was not cruel to those rabbits, and they did not feel anger to me.
Because they followed their instincts. It was natural to them.
Just like self-preservation is so prevalent in the two-legged establishment, though I believe they hold on to it for too long, too long if they hold on to it. And I look upon my tribe, and I see it in them, and it makes me weep all the more, because they do not understand. And when I come here and I see it again, and I realize that it's always going to be there, and you always have to deal with it, even if you don't want to. Even if it's over celebration of stupid bullshit, over things that don't even matter, over position, a title, a title. It's a fucking titles mean nothing. Land means everything. Your hunting grounds mean everything. Your home means everything. Your family means everything.
That's bullshit.
Does not mean anything.
Family doesn't mean everything. Why is family so important?
Because they keep your gene, they keep your DNA, they keep pieces of you, not gonna complete you, but pieces of you. They keep pieces of you alive. They keep pieces of you alive when you finally meet that end, the end of your own personal bullshit. They can give you new life someplace else with new bits and pieces that work.
Well, damn it. I don't know how to answer that. She actually seemed to look around a little bit frustrated. She wants to give an answer, but it's not how she's allowed to answer right now. I don't think it's family. I think we pick our own families. What is your family then? Is it your tribe? Is it your pack?
My family is currently sitting on the ground in a little car.
Well, you mean the girl downstairs?
She's comfort in a bad storm.
Well, then why are you up here while she's down there? Like, dude.
She has to make the choice herself whether she accepts me as her family or not. And me leaving will give her that choice.
No. You asking her will give her that choice. You
Oh, don't
waiting
worry.
for her without pressing.
You're right. This is the two-legged way. That is the correct way for your thinking. And it is the correct way to think. But I am four eggs. So I will do a twist of both. How about that? If she follows me, it means it is meant to be.
But she doesn't know. Or does she?
Are you going to tell her?
Do you want me to tell her?
Would that be your final good deed of the day?
Do I need a good deed every day?
I don't know. You silly two-legged people think strange things sometimes.
Do we think in stranger ways than your four-legged people?
I liked it better when I hunted rabbits.
Then why don't you find the rabbits to hunt?
Why do you think I'm going back?
Where are you going?
I don't know. All I know is that this should work. And if it does work, I'll be someplace else. And if I'm someplace else, I can ask her then. And if she follows, then I will be happy.
Someplace else. What place?
I don't know. Maybe go back home. Maybe I'll find myself in one of the more Weaver-centric areas. Maybe I'll find myself in the Africas. I don't know. It's the choice of the bridge, you see. I'm merely walking the bridge. It gets to choose where I go.
Which bridge?
The bridge you currently find yourself on as well.
Bridge is an interesting metaphor. There are many bridges.
Indeed. Well, let's just say well, our heritage, the figurative, if the literal and the metaphorical can sometimes be as one.
You say this bridge leads into more ways than one?
Yes. There's a song, I believe. I don't remember it. Nuts. The bridge of escape, the bridge of illumination, the bridge to nowhere, the bridge everywhere, the moon bridge. These fools over there. They have no idea how this plane works, how the intangible works. They have no idea. They keep pulling of themselves. They keep pulling of their existence when simple acts can do so much more. They are blinded by the reliance on this park in the middle of a weaver nest. They don't get it.
What do they require, according to you?
Creativity, understanding, the ability, a little bit of courage, even if it means losing a few people along the way. I mean, look at what you're touching right now. He says, pointing to your wire, which seems to be connected to, again, the guiding wire. But in this case, the guiding wire is connected to a rather large battery.
And what am I supposed to see here?
Did you not hear me, or do I need to repeat that?
Sorry, my headset is running empty.
My apologies.
I needed to grab my wire, and I hoped I could do it without it being noticed. Alas.
Things that could have been. Anyways, he's pointing at the battery, which your connection seems to be also very close of touching at right now.
One sec. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Is this a challenge?
Yeah, not necessarily. Just tell me. Look at that box. The box that's in the moving Weaver metal boxes. What does it mean?
Looks at the box.
It's a electrical power battery.
it means a lot of power.
True, but you're missing the intended purpose that I'm using it for. That is a means of travel. That is the means of travel that this world runs on. It runs on this electrical box, this electricity inside of it. It's harnessed in it. And so by using a means of travel to appease a being that allows travel, what do you think will happen?
Traveling will go further, faster.
Indeed. I'm hoping it will be a little bit more of an immediate result. That's the theory, anyways.
They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Indeed. Or in some case, a tightrope step. No, I just thought this up. It's a little bit of creativity mumbo jumbo, but if it works, it proves everything that I'm trying to say. And if it doesn't work, well, I guess I get taken in.
But why are you willing to take this step?
Because someone's got to. I look at the men at the top. They're nothing but warriors. They do not have the minds or the hearts to lead. They are brilliant warriors, each and every one of the higher-ups. But if a man cannot even keep his house in order, how can he keep the step in order? If a man is just going to blatantly bark out orders with no compensation, what is it worth to me? If you're not going to do it yourself, if you're not going to pay for it, then you better just shut your fucking yap.
Do you feel that goes for everyone of the higher-ups?
The loudest. The loudest. There is truth that you need a little bit of trust in your leadership, but your leadership should also be able to explain things, explain why we're doing things, even if it's hard, even if it's dirty, even if it's annoying. If it's dirty, you shut your gap about it and you do it yourself. You get your own hands dirty, or you get someone you trust to get your hands dirty. The leadership.
And this is your solution.
No, this is my solution. They can find their own solution. I'm done trying to figure it out for them. They already pushed me in too far for me to consider otherwise. Maybe pushed is the wrong word. Maybe I just didn't pull back hard enough. But then again, I don't pull back people from the brink of the edge. I let them fall.
Did you ever experience being pushed back yourself? Did anyone ever try?
I don't know. Again, I'm a wolf. I care about my family and the duty that I have to those rabbits back there.
Well, aren't there any rabbits here? Isn't there family here?
Maybe. You're still with that king, aren't you?
Yeah.
Have you jumped on it yet?
Have I what?
Jumped on it.
No!
Why not?
Why would I?
Because that's what two people do.
Well, just because everybody does it like that doesn't mean that we have to.
Two people join their own fates together, and sometimes their own in brackets, so that they can continue the rebirth. Again, if you say rebirth is so fantastic, why do you not participate in yourself?
Because in order to guide life into the world, you have to be prepared. I am not prepared.
What do you need to be prepared then?
Experience.
A woman does not. No, scratch that. A wolf does not need experience to birth. It comes naturally. It just happens. How is it so different from the two legs when they are conceivably the same construction?
Because our minds don't work the same. You're closer to your being.
And yet I masquerade in these two steps.
Is that bad?
No, I consider it a learning experience.
Exactly.
So you're saying that if you had had the opportunity to adopt a four-step stance, you would gain the experience?
I would love to.
I can't guarantee that. Maybe you should ask someone else about that. All I can say is, you're never really ready for anything. You just do. Hope you get a lucky shot. There's only one thing you really need to be prepared for. Is be prepared to die.
And how do you prepare to die?
By living.
Well,
See, that's what no one gets. That's what no one understood. You prepare to die by living. Good life. A life you can be somewhat decently okay with. Something that you're okay with understanding. Maybe you have a few rebirths, but that's it. That's all you need to die. Live.
but don't we all live?
Some of us don't. Some of us don't live as well as they should.
Who decides that?
Your own subconscious, I believe. I think that's what the two-legs call it.
And how can you judge who lives a good life and who doesn't?
I know things that don't work. And when things don't work, things get pulled aside. And I don't judge individually for everyone. I just ask that question of everyone individually.
Then why don't you ask everybody individually? You have a task. You say that.
Welcome. We are Pack Memento Mori. How can we help you? Every single time.
Well, I've not heard it.
Well, that's because you have not learned it, or maybe you weren't paying attention to it. And I apologize. But maybe you need to wake up. Maybe you can help others to understand where I find myself frustrated.
I can try if you want me to.
Want a little bit of a hint? This declaration of wartime, it's gone on too long. People are feeling the stress. No one knows what the real target is. And no one quite understands why. It gives too many people too much insulation, too much insulation. We haven't had a decent fight in weeks. We're about to go after the tree. Fantastic. But what have we lost? What opportunities have we just forsaken because we've been obsessed over it? That's what this whole wartime is about. It's not about an enemy. It's about claiming the tree.
And you consider that a bad thing?
I consider it an improper use of a decent tool, and it has put men into frustration, and it has pushed them places that they should not go.
Why? Why is it a bad thing that people try to help?
If you want to help, be my guest. And it's not about helping. It's about preserving their title position, exerting a free bit of favor where recognition for one's duties is not understood. Maybe it's because of fear of falling. Maybe that's what the biggest thing. It's the fear of falling. I tell you one thing, I have no fear of falling. He says, lifting his hands back up again. Moving this way slightly. Do you fear the fall?
She looks at the wire. Damn it. Overconfidence. She shrugs. Not right now, I don't.
Then you might want to release the wire, otherwise you'll get electrocuted. Says the man
What?
as he starts to fall backwards. It's off the wire, free of the restraints. And as you can see him just sort of in one of those weird kind of flip motion. Weird kind of. Have you ever seen a pirate movie before?
Mm-hmm.
Where suddenly one of the crewmen would just sort of fall off the boat. One of those kind of actions.
Mm-hmm. Like he's going off the bridge, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And suddenly almost. Do you have any primal urge or awareness?
I know I don't have primal urge, and I don't think I have awareness. Nope.
Okay, do me a favor. Roll your 5 dots of pre-read at difficulty 9.
Okay. Oh, -1 because nightmares. 1 success.
Fuck nightmares, but you got 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is energy erupting above your head and through these wires, particularly from the boxes, all throughout the bridge. It almost connects like a little glow, or at least that static feeling you reviewed before. It seems to trace along the bridge, up this way, across that way, down this way, up this way, down this way, up this way.
Uh-oh.
And you are currently in the middle of it.
Right. First of all, she's for a moment she's just stunned that he's just letting himself fall like that, and her eyes are just kind of in shock following his falling form that seems to go almost in slow motion, as in the same few seconds those lightning strikes kind of light up the sky and flash around them, kind of shaking her back into the here and now. Damn it. She'll unhook the wire and she thinks of a backpack that actually has a small mirror inside of it that she cannot use right now. And she's clinging on to the beam that she's standing on or actually is no longer standing on, is now kind of like, well, kind of monkey grabbing it.
Okay. So do me a favor. You're gonna do a balance check. A very, very, well, important balance check. Take your athletics in your desks, put them together. We're gonna put the difficulty at 7.
Okay. Can I spend a willpower to this?
I don't know, Shelby, can she?
Yeah, I'd say if you're concentrating really hard, you could swing
Well,
it.
she's like, oh fuck, I don't want to fall. So yeah, spending that willpower.
Okay, you get 1 success.
No, I don't. The 1 cancel. Oh fuck. And the 2 isn't existing because I don't. I have 3 dice.
You get a 9, you get a 1, and then you get the willpower.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, you just start freaking the fuck out as your arm is just sort of way too far this way, but you're able to just sort of hook your tail right here, and as the lightning strike is going across it, you're going to go ahead and take a level of lethal across the arm, but you're able to keep yourself standing.
She's trying to back away, stretching out her arms, trying to keep her balance. She's thinking of anything, but she left everything except for her phone and her. It's no use calling anyone. It's great that she has a tape recorder. She just starts talking like, okay, I'm standing here. There's a tape recorder. It's still on record. You guys just heard what the fuck has been going on. I don't really think I can get it myself, but oh my god, if something happens to me, then at least you guys know that. Oh fucking hell! I don't want to die. I want to keep. I'm not ready yet. There's still so much more that I need to do. Jesus fucking Christ! I can do this. I can totally do this. I'm not afraid. So not afraid. As she starts to back towards where she can go downstairs.
Okay. So do me a favor. Do me a perception plus alertness check. Standard diff.
9 and 8.
Okay. Your eyes are sort of drawn down to where you saw the Tom falling, but as you're trailing your eyes down, you don't see a splash. You don't see this splash you expect from a diver or a splash from Campbell. You just see this inconsequential ripple. As something just have just stepped, or at least some item had just been sort of not dropped, but sort of like put into the water. Right, but you see nothing there as the ripple goes on. And you're looking down, and something is wrong with the bridge that you're seeing down there. But you're not immediately sure what it is.
If Sina's not immediately sure what it is, then there's just one thing that she thinks of, and that's going down. She has to get solid ground underneath her feet again.
Okay. You're able to get back to the wire more or less. Actually, do me one more balance check. This time I'll have to do at difficulty 6.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, I used the willpower for the first time. I will not use it for the second time, even though oh fucking hell, I really want to use it, but I think it's cheating. Damn it. Would you guys allow me to?
Yeah, go ahead if you want to. Yes, simply because you were concentrating on the task.
Okay, in that case, yes, I will spend that willpower. Doing much better now. 2 successes.
Okay. You're able to make it to the docking area. You make it to the stairs. You're able to just drop yourself down a bit, and you have more or less reached this escape the situation. Well, not extremely scarred. You still have that rather nasty-looking blister across your arm where the lightning may have diffused onto, but more or less okay. And you have the cell phone, right?
Her backpack was yeah, she had her cell phone with her. Her backpack was still on the ground level, basically.
Okay. So this is going to be a weird text that's not going to be directed at you, just more of everyone in the immediate facility. So bypassers will get this message as well. It will show a picture of a... 1 second. Show a pic... No, not that. Apologies there for not having this up before. My fault. Turning down. A picture of this picture is currently on your phone right now. It seems to have been sent from message is from Snow a picture of a bridge message. Come find me.
She looks at that picture and just trying to see if she can immediately figure out where it is.
Okay.
Probably not. If it's in the States, then she probably won't recognize it in a few seconds, and that's all the time she's going to spend on it now.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, it's nowhere in the States.
Okay. Unless it's in the UK, she probably won't be able to find it out.
Yeah, it's within the European global structure, yes.
European. Is there anything I can roll for it?
I guess intelligence academia.
Let's see, do I have that? I have that. 4, which makes it 3 right now. I have a 6, but I would assume that it would be a higher difficulty, especially under these circumstances.
With the 6, I'll say that this bridge has some importance. Since there's a nagging feeling in your head. It's like the bridge to nowhere or something like that. You're not really sure. Or at least that's what it's nicknamed.
She'll frown. It's like she has a feeling that it's there, that she kind of recognizes it but doesn't. Like you want to grasp something, but you're just going through the mist and can't claw at it in no matter how hard you try. And then she's like, not right now. And she'll put the cell phone away, make sure that the image is saved, though, on the cell phone. And then she'll grab her backpack and...
Okay. I will do this. This scene is coming to a close. Our main mystery man has left the stage for a moment. And I will allow, I guess I shouldn't say allow, that would be presumptuous of me. But if you would like to do a follow-up scene with Shelby about it, I think that would be appropriate. But we're going to stop here and just do immediate thoughts, ideas, introspections.
For Cinna at the moment, there are 2 primal thoughts in her head. One is the urge to survive. The adrenaline is still kind of kicking through her body. The other one is, oh my fucking god, he jumped. which is another form of adrenaline. And that kind of mixture is kind of making up Cinna's whole being right now. She is very keen on escaping, very keen on getting the fuck away from whatever the fuck is happening here, and very confused about what to do with a jumping wolf. The riddle of the bridge is somewhere in the back of her head, and will probably come to haunt her when she's calmed down a little bit.
Okay. Again, it shall be. When I say every cell phone in the vicinity, that includes the cell phones of any NPCs or PCs that happen to be by the bridge. So, I will allow this scene to come to a stop. As the freak storm, or whatever it was, has sort of started to move on with itself. Like, it's done what it needed to do, and no one's gonna thank it. No one's gonna thank the thunder. No one's gonna thank the
Nobody
rain.
does think the thunder. Why would they? It is just a natural course of the atmosphere. There is nothing here to appreciate. There is nothing here to bring back to. Only the very, very small actors here have any sort of bearing here. Only the very, very small actors here would understand and bring any sort of meaning back from it. Only those actors.